Steven, obviously a tough one last time out. I'm just curious, like at this point, right? At this point in your career, I mean, do you still feel like you're taking lessons out of fights, and or is it more just like, damn it?
Always, man. I'm always learning something. Obviously I was disappointed in my last fight. I didn't expect it to go that way of somebody just holding me there. I've never lost a fight that way, to be honest with you. And in the first round, I was like, please tell me this guy's not going to do this the whole time. And, of course, talking with those guys afterwards, they're like, that was the only way to beat you. So, I'm excited about this fight coming up because it's, I wanted to get that fight back with Burns, obviously, but what better guy to do it than Belal Muhammad, because he's fairly similar. He's got some similar stuff. He's not afraid to shoot. He's not afraid to strike with you. So that's what makes this fight for me really exciting against Belal.
When you look at Belal, I mean, is there anything that he does in particular? I mean, he's kind of a really well-rounded guy, right? But is there anything that he does that's like, oh, we haven't seen much of that, or that could be especially challenging?
He's tough, man. Like, he's good everywhere, obviously. It's like preparing for Rory McDonald all over again. But he's just tough, dude. He'll come forward. It's like a Rory McDonald had merged with Vicente Luque. Just a hard head. Hope I don't break my hands in this fight, but this excites me, man. It really does. I don't know if it's the loss I had or my camp that I went, going up to this fight has just been fun.
Yeah.
I woke up in the morning, I'm like, man, I'm excited to go train this morning. And it's been a little while since I've actually felt that. I don't know why that is.
Well, I was going to ask you about that because, I mean, like, obviously we know about your UFC career, but obviously your combat sports career dates back, 20-something years. So, I mean, do you get complacent? It's not like, is it hard to, like, be present and think about, where you stand in your career and that sort of thing?
At this point, no, but I've had camps in the past, like you have days. You got good days. You got, man, today's just, like, not a good day. And I think maybe some fighters may have camps like that. I've felt that way sometimes in camps where it's just like, man, I got to get up and train this morning, blah. But then there are camps where I'm just like, dude, I'm excited. Let's go. Let's make this happen. And, yeah, man, so I guess you got your good camps and your bad camps, and this feels like a good one to me. So I'm just excited to be here and to fight against somebody like Belal. Belal's an honorable guy. I love that guy. I mentioned this before. I was supposed to be on a podcast of his not too long ago. This is before I think I had agreed to fight, but we had some Wi-Fi malfunction. I wasn't able to do it, so I'm like always apologizing. I'm sorry, man. We'll make it happen. Maybe after the fight or something. But it's going to be a fun fight for sure. And not only that, to end 2021 like I did 2020. You know what I'm saying? So I was the last fight of 2020, and to be the last co-main event of 2021 is just awesome.
What are camps like for you, right? Because like everybody, when they face you, you're like the most difficult guy to get ready for, and they gotta, bring in special people and change things that they do because of your style. What about for you? Like, do you look at people's style and have to change things, or is it more just like go practice being you?
Yeah, practice being me. That's what I think about. My last fight, it was funny how you can manifest stuff, right? Listening to Dustin Poirier's post-fight conference about how he was just worried about Oliveira taking his back and choking him out. And look what happened. For my last camp, I was like, man, I can't let this guy take me down. Well, look what happened. So, a little mind switch action for this one. It's like, I'm not, you want to be aware of what he's got. You want to be ready for it. But I'm more fixated on what I'm going to be doing out there to him than what he's going to be doing to me. So, yeah.
Very nice. Right now the division, there's all these discussions of where people belong and that sort of thing. And I think maybe your name slipped out of there a little bit. Do you feel a little bit disrespected sometimes that maybe people aren't putting you in the right conversations at the top of the division?
Man, I've had some losses and some wins. And, of course, I lost my last fight, won the two before that. But, man, I don't think I felt disrespected. I feel like, I'm obviously better than what they're making me out to be. I know that for a fact, and I think that's what keeps me going. With a good win over Belal Muhammad, I could be right there for another title. They can't keep feeding the same guys to Kamaru Usman. So a good win over Belal, maybe another fight, we'll be looking at another title shot. So I'm not giving up on it, man. And I've been telling everybody, it's funny, everybody keeps asking me, how long are you going to do this for? I feel like I'm 25. I feel great. I feel like I'm not even in my prime yet. I'm still learning every day, still getting better. And, of course, you got guys like Glover Teixeira who inspires me. He just won the title at 42. It's like, I can keep doing this forever. So I feel great, man.
That's awesome. What does Pop say? Is he cool with that? Does he just keep riding it?
He's cool. It's funny because, the older I get, he's like, hey, Steven, you want to keep doing this? You want to keep – yeah, man, I want to keep doing this. He's like, all right. as long as I'm happy with it and I'm not taking that much damage, I'm good to go. And Pops is ready. He's alongside me. He's been there since day one. So, when I do win that title, it's going to go to him for sure.
That's awesome. Last thing for me, I mean, knowing that you still have those championship aspirations, what's the goal here? I mean, is it just get a win, or is it go do something spectacularly Wonder Boyish, so that people are talking and maybe getting that excitement around you again?
Yeah, I want to go out there and have some fun. And I think when I go out there and have fun, exciting things happen. So going out there and having some fun out there in the octagon, and win this fight, like I said, only great things from there. So all I'm thinking about is what I can do. So and having fun.
Hey, Wonder Boy. So you just signed a new six fight deal. Were there any other options on the table? Because I know that you were maybe looking at karate combat because that's kind of up your alley. Were there any other options on the table?
At this point, no, man. The UFC's been treating me well, and I'm excited to be here, be a part of one of the greatest, the greatest fight promotion in the world. So there wasn't any of that. I know I had one fight left on my contract, and UFC is where I wanted to be.
That's awesome. And your podcast is doing well. I just wanted to kind of get your thoughts on being a podcaster.
Podcast is awesome, man. I mean, doing the whole YouTube thing, doing the podcast. Me and my brother Tony, Sweet T, we just wanted to do it for fun. We didn't know it was going to blow up like it did, but we're having fun with it, man. It's a lot of fun, and just going out there and chatting and talking and engaging the fans is what it's all about. So I wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't for them, but to give back and hang out with them, and if that's through a podcast or a Technique Tuesday or YouTube showing something in my arsenal, it's worth it.
And I saw in a couple other media stuff that you don't, being the oldest fighter, you don't care that if you want to be the oldest fighter, like you want to keep on fighting. And if that happens, are we gonna get a nickname change to maybe Wonder Man?
If Tenacious D comes out with a Wonder Man song, 100% changing it to Wonder Man. And I feel like if to be Wonder Man, I got to grow some facial hair or something. Maybe you got a solid beard. Maybe you can shave that off and I can paste it on or something. I must have a hormone disorder because I can't grow a thing. So I grow more hair in my nose than I do on my face. It's wild.
So you're not a beard grower?
No, my younger brother Tony came out of the womb with a full beard. What happened? What happened to me? Well, I'm the oldest boy, but I can't grow a beard. It's crazy.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Steven, if you do become the oldest fighter in UFC history, that means fighting into your 50s. Does that seem insane to you, or is this actually something that's possible?
I think that's something that's possible, man. You keep your body healthy. Obviously that's my goal, that's my plan. And I think, what I mean by that is to do this as long as my body will let me, but 100% for the rest of my life being a martial artist. If it's training with those up-and-coming guys when I'm older, if it's sparring with those guys, giving back to the up-and-coming fighters that we have in our gym today, I could be 50 doing that still, But it all depends on how you take care of yourself now is what matters. And a lot of guys, they don't take advantage of that. They don't listen to that. They're young, they're studs, and they just go out there and bang it out. But these guys got to stop to think, hey, I got to take care of my brain. I got to take care of my body. Maybe spend a little more money, a little bit more time on my recovery or my physical therapy or the ice baths that nobody likes to take. And, that's all part of it. So it seems like we're doing the right things. So I can do this as long as my body will let me.
And I know you watch all the fights. You're an avid follower of the sport and everything. We've seen a lot of Kamaru Usman this year. He fought 3 times, probably going to be the fighter of the year. Did you see anything in him in these past few fights this year that maybe you didn't know of him going into the year?
Man, let me tell you, this guy's improved more than anybody that I've seen. Not just with his wrestling, but with his striking. Knocking out one of the best strikers in the division, George Masvidal. Knocking out with a jab, Gilbert Burns. This guy, you see his improvement, which makes it that much more exciting to want to test yourself against somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? So it would be an honor to just do that. Just go out there and fight him. That would be awesome. So a lot of improvement that I've seen from him, which means I got to stay on the grind. I got to keep improving myself.
What do you think it might take? Like 2 wins, obviously. It seems like he might fight Leon next. Hamza Chimaev is obviously kind of racing up the rankings here, but still probably needs another fight or two. Do you think if you win here, it could be one more, and then you could get that shot?
I'm thinking so. I mean, you got one, maybe 2 guys he hasn't fought yet. I mean, they can't, like I said, they can't keep feeding the same guys. So, win over Belal, another win could give me that title shot for sure.
Would Hamzat be an appealing fight to you at all? I know it had been brought up before, but obviously he's got some wins since then. It might be a little more logical, coming into this point, maybe a title eliminator or something like that.
Yeah, he's definitely, man, a tough guy. To see him against Hermanson was like, what? That guy's a welterweight. He looked bigger than Hermanson did. Yeah. I mean, that's a scary guy right there with that quality of wrestling, man. It's ridiculous. So, I mean, at some point in time, we'll probably be facing each other. Yeah, for sure. That's along with a lot of these up-and-coming guys. You got Sean Brady right there with him. So I could be facing any one of those guys. Those 2 would be a great fight too. But I could see myself facing those guys for sure in the future.
Awesome. Thank you for the time.
Anytime, guys. We good to go? Yeah.